What is up guys, this is Tito back with another video on the Redmi K20 Pro, and today in this video I'm going to be showing you the latest SparkOS on this device. And this is a MIUI vendor based ROM and based on Android 11 of course, and it is an initial build of 7th April 2021. As you can see the build date from here, and there are two separate versions, one includes the GApps and one does not. And again, all the things are listed over here about the donation links and stuff. I'll give those in the description box below, do not worry. And if you notice, there is also the support group. If you want support, you can go there, or if you want to install this ROM, you can click on the card right over there. And obviously I have installed the GApps included version as usual, and we have the Android version like this. This is how it looks like. It shows SparkOS logo up there, and it shows the version as 2.0, and the code name is Lightning. We have the official build status over here. The Android version is 11, and the security patch over here is April 5th 2021. And we have the baseband version, and the stock kernel is perfg kernel. Again, the build date is mentioned, that is the 7th April 2021 build. In the system panel, we also have a system updater from where you can check for updates supposedly. And there, if you go back, we also have the pop-up camera settings, and then we have the calibration option too, so that's a good thing. And we have the pop-up camera sound effects. We also have the Star Wars and Super Mario sounds, so that is great. Let me go back. We also have the camera LED disabling option. We have the Gboard as the default keyboard over here, since this ROM includes the GApps of course. And this is how the settings panel looks like. Looks pretty cool, these icons if you're noticing. So yeah, and the home screen, let me show you this launcher over here. Is the Pixel launcher, I guess. As you're noticing, this is the Pixel launcher. It has the suggestions disabling option, but it does not have more customizations. Like there is no double tap to sleep anywhere in the home screen or stuff like those. And to the left of the home screen, we get the Google's Discover page, and swiping up gets you to the app drawer, swiping down gets you to the notification panel. But talking about this like status bar kind of notifications over here, as you are noticing, there are these icons which appears over there. It does not show you the actual notification kind of thing. Like for this internet speed meter app, it used to show me the speeds over here, but right now it shows only the icon over here. Until and unless I expand it, I cannot see the speeds over here on the status bar. So that's how it is. It only shows the status bar icons over here of the apps, like from whichever app you're getting the notification from. So that's how it is. This is how the stock wallpaper looks like. And talking about that, let me show you. As you are noticing, this is the only wallpaper present over here. And in the clock settings, there are these many clocks as you are noticing. There is also this cal clock, and I have been using it with a fluid one, but these are the clocks that you get for the lock screen. And we get up to 4x4 and the default grid option. And inside styles, if you go into the custom, we have these many fonts as you are noticing. Let me go to the next, and here we have plethora of accent colors. As you are noticing, you can create any theme and you can apply any accent color over here. Lot of accent colors are there. And the widgets in the home screen is working fine. And yeah, let me show you the quick settings panel now. This is how it looks like. Yes, I have customized it a little bit, but let me show you. If you go into the edit section, these are the toggles that you get. And if you scroll down, we also have a few more toggles over here if you want to add from here. But let me show you which I have added. We have the Android 11 screen recorder, which is the device audio and the microphone audio recording at the same time. This one has this feature. Also, there is the always on display disabling or enabling option. There is the reboot toggle too, so that is great. You can tap and hold on to it and you can directly reboot to recovery. You don't have to press the power button for this. Dimming option is there. Also, there is the volume panel. If your volume button or power button, anything is broken, you can use these toggles. Now inside settings panel, inside fireworks, we get all the customizations of this ROM. Now let me go into the fireworks section, and this is how it looks like. Looks pretty cool, I would say. And it has pretty bold kind of look. It shows this fireworks logo over here. And inside themes, we have this many like dark theme kind of thing. And here we have the color bucket choosing option. I have been using it with the Raven Black, but you can also use it with other things. Inside clock style, again, we have all those clock style, and inside accent color picker, we have these many accent colors. As you can see, you can choose any kind of accent color from all of these color picker kind of thing. And here we also have the accent color presets. I have been using it with the Pixel Blue one, and you can use any of these, like plethora of options for the accent colors are there. And we have the headline and body fonts, again plethora of fonts as you are noticing. And inside icon shapes, we have all of these icon shapes, plenty of them are there. And we have the switch style too. This is for the toggles in the settings. And let me scroll down. We have the G visual mode. From here, if you set it to rounded corners, let me show you. This is how the volume panel will look, and it has this rounded kind of finish. And as you can see everywhere in the settings, if you want this rounded kind of look, just go into this G visual mode and from rounded corner just select large. That's how you get that. And also there is the nav bar kind of color customization. As you can see right now the nav bar color looks like this. If you set it to something else like purple, okay, so as you just noticed the color has changed a little bit. But if you just want the black one over here, as you can see like the gray one, this appears in the default settings. So yeah, you can change the accent color of this pill bar. That is great. Let me scroll down. We have the volume panel customization. You can change it to compact, audio or tiled option. And then there is the quick setting styles. So I have been using it with the circle with trim. You can use any of these options. Plethora of customizations are here pretty much. Quick setting tile disco is there. Tint quick setting tiles colors are there. Let me go back in the quick settings option. We have the battery percentage and stuff. Show titles over here is there. And we have the quick pull down, then smart pull down, vibrate on toggle touch. Then we have the column and row number customization. You can do that too. Let me go into the status bar now. We have the clock and date customization. From here, we have the AM PM style enabling option, date enabling option, and the date format and stuff. You can enable everything else. In the battery settings, we have the battery bar options and we have the status bar items. From here, you can enable the headset, Bluetooth, etc. icons as usual. And we have the traffic indicators too if you want to use that, but I have been using a separate app for this. And we have the show 4G instead of LTE. VoLTE like logo is there, and as you are noticing it is displaying the VoLTE logo, so no issues with that. And we have the status bar battery indicator and the roaming indicator as well. Let me go back. We have the lock screen customization. Here we have the lock screen charging info, charging animation, and the charging animation changing option is also there. And here we have the pocket detection if you want to enable that. Always on display, you can schedule it if you want to. And we have the fingerprint authentication. Fingerprint icons are there. There is also this flash kind of icon. I have been using it with this one, and also there is a screen of fingerprint in case you want to use that. And you can also change the fingerprint pressed color. And also we have the fingerprint animations, and let me tell you, there is the scanning or Cyberpunk 2077, and that is working flawlessly well. And if you're noticing, all of these animations are there, the Aurora of Redmi K30 Pro, and also like the Pulsar, Supernova, everything else is present and they are working fine. Media cover, actually I have tested, that is working fine in the lock screen. Right now let me go into the power menu. We have the AOSP settings. Here we have this device controls and stuff. Let me go back. We have the advanced reboot, and then if you go back, and here we have the advanced reboot in the power menu too, and screenshot and stuff is there. Let me show you the power menu. This is how it looks like. We have the Google smart home kind of features from where you can turn on your smart lights over here. And there is also the advanced settings. If you tap on advanced, as you can see, you can directly reboot to recovery or fast boot from here. No issues with that. Let me go back. We have the gesture settings. Here we have the AOSP gesture settings. From here we have the quickly open camera. That is great. And system navigation gestures are there. From here you can go into the settings, and as you can see, there is the gesture bar length as well as the gesture bar radius customization. So you can pretty much customize the thickness of it and the length of it. So yeah, amazing customizations regarding the pill bar over here. Haptic feedback is there, back gesture animation is there, and amount of screen height to be used for the back gesture also customizable, and 2 button and 3 button animations are there. And we have the swipe direct screenshot, and let me show you, there is the scrolling option over here. So no issues, you can scroll, you can edit, or you can do anything else with the screenshots. No issues whatsoever with that. Also there is the double tap to sleep on the status bar on the lock screen, and as well as we have the brightness control. So that is great. You can just adjust the brightness of the screen by just sliding a finger on the status bar, as you are noticing. Very handy feature for me at least, and I do use that on the daily basis. And we have the toggle torch option. So long press power button to toggle torch is there. We have the notifications, and here we have the heads up disabling option, and kill app button is there. Notification sound if active and stuff is there. Notification headers and stuff is there. We have the show on new notification. Then if you go down, we have the vibrate on connect, call waiting, etc. So in-call vibrations are pretty much present here. Now inside nav bar, we have the gesture navigation again. Let me go back. We have the button section. Here we have the volume rocker cursor and stuff, and we have the MISC settings. We have the gaming mode over here in the MISC settings, and then we have the force brightness values for the AOD, and we have the screen off animation too. Let me scroll down. We have the scrolling cache, disable transition and stuff, then radio info, everything else is there. That's all customizations we have here. And in the battery settings right now, this is how it looks. Let me scroll down. We have the screen on time, and then we have the battery temperature on the bottom, but there is no charging cycle showing up over here. Talking about the battery life, I have been getting really good enough battery life over here. I would say it is decent. And we also have the thermal profiles option. Then we have the battery saver mode and extreme battery saver and stuff, everything is there. Let me go back. We have the adaptive battery option, and if you tap here, you see the full battery usage. In the display settings, on top we get the lock screen settings, and from here we have the always show time and info, ambient music ticker and stuff. Then ambient wake gestures are also there. You can enable always on when charging if you want to. Then we have the dark theme, and we have the night light, etc. Adaptive or auto brightness works fine. Rotation angles are there. You can enable 180 rotation too if you want that. Double tap to wake and enable blurs, both options are there. And if you tap on anti-flicker, we have the DC dimming mode over here. The enabling option of DC dimming mode is present. In the sound settings, we have the show volume panel on the left side if you want that, as you are noticing. So yeah, let me scroll down. We have the ringtone and stuff, of course, and then dial pad tones, charging sound, charging vibration, everything else is present. And then we have the Mi Audio Direct, but right now it's not opening for some reason. Okay, right now it opened. Here we have the youth edition and stuff and all other things. I would say that sound quality with the headphone jack here is amazing, no issues that I have had. And in the presets, we have all of these options. And we have the hi-fi audio options too. Right now, let me show you the security settings. This is how it looks like. And also talking about the security settings, there is only the face unlock. There is no app lock settings over here, or there is no app lock by default, at least not even for the launcher over here. So yeah, no app lock present by default here. Right now, let me show you the fingerprint scanner speed first, but this is how the always on display looks like. And here, if I tap my finger, as you are noticing, it unlocks fine. Let me show you one more time from the always on display, and as you just noticed, it is working fine. From the lock screen now, as you can see, works fine again. Let me try one more time from the lock screen. Again, works fine. Right now I'll try with night light from AOD. Works fine. Now again with my left hand thumb with night light, and it still works. Right now from the lock screen, again it works. Now from the lock screen again, and as you can see, it works flawlessly. So no issues with the fingerprint scanner here. So now I'm gonna set up the face unlock over here. Let me right now double tap over here. Now I'll double tap to wake. And as you can see, it pops out the front camera and it unlocks whenever I'm pointing the device towards my face. As you can see, as soon as I double tap, it unlocks the device with the face unlock. So no issues with the face unlock here. And by the way, this is how the recents panel looks like. You can take a screenshot, you can select stuff, and if you go all the way to the left, you can clear all the apps from here. And let me tell you about the stock camera now. Well, I'm pretty disappointed with the stock camera, because as you are noticing, this is the stock camera. Let me show you. I did not even open it. I'm opening for the first time. But yeah, this is the old kind of Google camera that you get. I do not like it. So that's the reason why I have installed the ANX camera version 185R with Magisk. And if you want to flash this, you can check out the card right there. And yeah, I have been using it with the ANX camera. It is working fine if you install it separately, but yes, you have to flash it separately or manually. Now let's talk about a few more things. I am not really sure why, but yes, the SafetyNet is actually working flawlessly, but there is one problem with this, that if I set up Google Pay or any other app which has the fingerprint kind of lock, that fingerprint lock for those banking apps is just not working. It is force closing. So that's the reason why for Google Pay, I had to set up the key over here, like the pin over here. But yeah, the fingerprint over here, which I use usually with Google Pay, that is not working. It is just force closing the whole UI. So yeah, that's how it is. You cannot use fingerprint over here with the banking apps. That's a sad thing. At least that's a bug for me. Now talking about the DRM info over here, as you can see, it shows L3 for me because I have broken my DRM certification earlier and I have flashed the persist image earlier. That's why it's broken permanently. But if your device has L1 certification right now, it should be intact because this ROM is based on MIUI vendor, so it should not affect your L1 certification. So yeah, your DRM info should be fine now. Even when you're flashing OSS vendor based ROMs or MIUI vendor based ROMs, both are fine now. But yes, it was a problem earlier. So yeah, that's how I broke my DRM certification, but it should not be a problem for you now if you're flashing the latest ROMs. I have also installed the Google cameras. If you want to install them, I'll link them in the description box below. Do not worry. Now let's talk about the daily driving performance. In my opinion, the performance has been great. No issues so far, and all the things are pretty smooth over here. As you can see, it is still in memory, and if I open a couple of apps, it is pretty fast in opening apps, or in opening any other apps. You can simply open them, and as you're noticing, switching between apps is just fun and everything is super smooth over here, no issues whatsoever. So yeah, the performance is great, and here are the end-to-end Geekbench score of this ROM. Talking about Google Assistant, as you can see, it shows okay, Google kind of voice direction feature is unavailable for me for some reason. But yeah, you can get Google Assistant just by sliding from these corners or swiping from these corners from anywhere in the UI. But yes, okay Google or hey Google kind of keyword is not working here. So what do I think? If you want my conclusion about the SparkOS 2.0 on the Redmi K20 Pro, I would say this is a very good alternative to ROMs like Evolution X, and it offers a couple of like similar customizations, but definitely I would say this ROM lacks some kind of like stability over here, that I cannot set up Google Pay with like fingerprint lock and stuff, and then there is no app lock present by default over here. That might be a bummer for some. So yeah, that's how it is, that's how I feel. But overall performance is good enough, but definitely the performance is like MIUI vendor based ROMs, like any other MIUI vendor based ROMs, definitely not better than OS's vendor based ROMs or the ArrowOS community build. So that's how I feel. I would still prefer ArrowOS over here right now, the OS's vendor based one, over this ROM, I would say, pretty much, in my personal opinion. One more feature that is lacking over here, I would say, is the always unlock with the fingerprint scanner, and that is a really amazing feature which I miss over here. So that's been it, guys. Thank you so much for watching this video. Give it a thumbs up if you liked it. Subscribe to the channel down there if you have not yet. This is Tito from KTN Tech signing off for today. I'll be catching you guys in the next one. Bye now.